Hey everybody, we're going to do some painting today. So we're going to do a painting here, nice little simple kind of painting, basics here in Photoshop. Just take a pencil drawing, clean it up a little bit, and then get it laid out in layers and focus on things like highlights and shading and then a little bit of reflected light. And that's pretty much it. This is a drawing not done by me. This is done by The Art of Tu. You can check him out on DeviantArt and ArtStation. He's got some great paintings and stuff, and he was nice enough to let us use this drawing that he did. So awesome and pretty excited, and let's get to it.
So first thing I would say to do is go File, New Document. And I usually like to go Letter, so let's have everybody select Letter. And since your characters are generally going to be standing up people, let's go ahead and pick a portrait size document. Okay, so once you've got your document ready, let's go ahead and bring in from Finder. Whoa. Try that again here. Let's bring in your picture from Finder. So you're going to open Finder. Wherever you have your scanned in, go ahead and drag it in. And hopefully yours turns out a little bigger than this one. But since I grabbed it off the internet, the resolution is not too high. So if you're doing two angles on here, you might want to, make it a little smaller, give yourself some room. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to do this one. So I'm going to size it like that. Hit return. You have to get out of transform mode and hit return. Okay, right now, if you look in the layers over here, we've got this little symbol that shows that this is a smart object. So it's not actually in the, it's linked to this file. So we want to actually make it part of this file, I think. So I would right click on it and hit rasterize layer. So right clicked on the text here, rasterize layer. Now it's not a smart object. Okay, step one is to clean up your drawing. So you can see this drawing's got some stray marks here and there. I'm going to select white, check what brush I've got. Okay, that brush is good. Look at my opacity, look at my flow, make sure I'm on the correct layer here. I am. And I'm going to go in and clean up anything that bothers me. So I can see some of the structure lines in here. Actually, the first step to doing cleanup would be this. So we're going to paint white. That's all fine and dandy. But the first thing we should do is go to Image, Adjustment, Levels, and see if that gets us anywhere. This might get rid of some of the stray marks. Playing with the levels here. Dragging the whites over a bit. Making it a little slightly darker. If you have a pencil drawing, you might end up needing to make it a little darker than if you used a pen. Okay, so going around looking for anything that I think will detract from the drawing. And my opacity is at 100 because I am trying to cover up, or clean up areas. So I do want white for the most part here. And on my keyboard, I've got my fingers kind of on the brackets mostly, just kind of ready to change sizes when I need to. Alright, spacebar is the shortcut to move my document around. Okay, I'm getting there. Alright, that's looking pretty alright with me. Alright, so next thing. Once you've got it cleaned up, so I'm going to turn this to multiply mode, which makes the white see-through. Okay, we don't see anything change right now. We're going to call this layer the ink layer. And it's now multiply mode, which is changed right there. Now I'm going to lock it. Okay. Maybe later we'll change some things about it. But right now we'll lock it. And I'm going to add a new layer. We will call this flat. Well, you know, let's go ahead and not call it flats. Let's paint a different way. Let's go ahead and let's just break up this guy into different sections. So let's start with skin. So there's two ways we learned how to paint in this class. We're going to do the second method. I think it's a little faster. Let's check it out. All right, so let's just do some skin here. So I'm just going to block out some areas here. I just want to pick a good brush here. I'm looking for something solid. I could get that one. I could stick with the one I've got, but I think I'm just going to try one of these square ones. Let's see what happens here. Okay, let's go for it. So I'm just going to look for any skin right now. Let's go right into the hair there. Okay, and the colors are not necessarily exact yet. I mean, I'm close, but I'm not worried about it being perfect yet. Okay, so that's going to be skin. So eventually we're going to lock that layer, but not yet. New layer, and I'll call this poncho. And I'm not really going super slow right now. So if you were having a hard time keeping up, I expect you, because if you're trying to follow along, you're going to see me do something and then you're going to need to do it yourself. So by all means, you should be pressing pause, doing what you need to do, and then you can come back and see what the next step is. Oops. Brackets to make the brush bigger. This guy's got a bit of a McCree vibe, doesn't he? A little bit with that poncho. Switch brushes for that. All right. So let's make this thing on the top of his head. Well, we call those hats, don't we? This ribbon on top of his hat match for now. I'm doing it on the same layer. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the skin layer. And the skin, I mean, the only place with skin is up there, but I don't want to waste a whole layer just for that when there's like a lot of other things that could go on there. So I'm going to pick the most inward part of his garment, which would be like this material down there. And I'm going to put that on the same layer as the skin. So I'm thinking grayish blue. So I'm going to pick a blue here. I'm going to desaturate it. Darken it up a little bit. And go from there. Make sure I'm on the right layer again. Just double checking. And the way I'm going to organize my layers, I like to keep it in order. I mean, you know, I know there's a lot of ways to paint out there, but I like to keep it kind of going in the order that it, like skin on the bottom, and then move my way out. So I'm trying to decide what's going on here. I'm gonna say does look like a different material. Guess we'll keep that a different material. Is that all I got here for skin? Gotta go more. Feeling like it's like a little jumpsuit or something underneath there. On top of another garment right there, and a shirt underneath, like his undershirt or something. Let's say it is. So, skin, what else can we do? Well, for now, let's leave it at that, I guess. Let's go next layer. Above skin, we'll say cloth. The layer names are just for you, so it's just for you to keep straight. All right, so if I did gray there, what's that going to be? Bluish gray, red. Maybe another shade of bluish gray, maybe a little lighter. Again, these can all be changed later. So I'm not too worried if I don't like it. And then the pants, I'm going to make the same. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I'm not sure. Just gonna. And the nice thing about it is if I go underneath the poncho is on top like it's supposed to be. And, you know, it just is on top. Same thing if I go here. I have to be careful because I'm going to put the armor color on top. And it's going to cover up if I go over there. Sometimes, you know, just go over. It's actually better because it creates gaps when you're too careful on the edges. Like down here on the boots, like it doesn't matter. Boots will be a different color on top. All right. Let's see. All right, we're getting a little more outward here. He's got some armor going on. Let's try I'm going to start with this red right here. But from there, I'm going to take it to more of a brown, a tannish brown. Okay, got to make a new layer. Armor. There we go. And I may make some variations to this later, but right now I'm just going to block it all in. All right, once again, I'm going to be careful on this layer. I'll attempt to be. Let's try that again. And under here doesn't matter, right? I can get sloppy because it's under the poncho. Might be too close to the skin color. How do I look at it? Oh, this is not part of it. This is part of it. All right. Okay, that hat could probably be on this layer. But you know what? I'm going to leave the armor separate because I have a feeling I'm going to tweak it. So I'm going to go new layer. We'll call this leather. And I'm going to darken up this brown, saturate it a little more. And let's do the hat. All right, the holsters I will include on this layer. Ooh. Can't go over the hand there because the hand is not on top, even though it is on top. Hard to tell what's going on in this part of the picture. I'm going to assume it's a short holster. Can't really tell. Okay, I'm going to get all these leather straps. And then I got to decide what kind of material this is. Let's just say it's frayed leather too. Why not? All right. Okay. Poncho. What's on that layer? That. Bet you on this layer I can also do the buckle. So I'm just going to do light gray. The gun, which will be light gray as well. Okay. And I am above the armor. So gonna get a little crazy here and do these little studs. Not the middle ones. I'm gonna do those red. Catcher's chest piece. Studded catcher's chest piece is what it looks like. All right. Okay, I'm still on the same layer there since these objects aren't touching. All right, and the gun. So, behind the poncho, behind the leather, part of the armor. I think I can just do a part of the clothes. I'll use the same brown there. Go darker. Oops. It's coming out strong. All right, of course, we can add things in, change things in, change some colors of things, which I think we will do. Yeah, definitely want to change the color, I think, of the inner armor. Or wherever there's a border, maybe I'll change that. That's what I think I'll do. But that's kind of a subtlety, I guess, unless I'm going to make it a very, very different color. But I think I just want to make it a different shade of the brown, if I want to stick with the brown. Let's think here. I definitely see some things I want to change. His boots underneath the armor for one. I think I want to make those black. Ooh, and I forgot the leather straps there. All right, I'm going back to leather. First, selecting my leather for the brown. I'm assuming he's got some... I'm assuming these are like straps or something. I don't know what they're tying under. Like if they look like they're going into the pants or something. I don't know. But part of his holster, I guess. All right. What else? Okay, his boots here. So I'm gonna have to paint that. All right, I'll paint it on the leather side. Leather layer. Okay, I got like a brownish gray going here. So I'm kind of doing the same foot twice. So a little bit annoying. Not a big deal, just took a few minutes. Okay. Maybe this as well. Some variation up here. Between his fingers, maybe. Save again. All right, so he's pretty well blocked out. Let's go ahead and wrap it up for this video. In the next video, we'll do some color adjusting and we'll start painting. See you then.